When we last left off, our intrepid heroes were invited to the ducal keep, specifically the residence, by Princess Kitty Cat, who was on the eve of her lycanthropic transformation. The party bunkered down with Lynn for the night, fought off a strange creature which Celadrie identified as a banshee, which arrived in order to try and kill and or steal Lynn. Lynn's feline werecat form attacked the party and scratched the shit out of Skezza and Sig before they managed to kill the banshee. Well, kill, more like knock it back through some sort of horrible shadow gate, and eventually calm Lynn down enough to where she did not scratch their eyes out. The rest of the night passed pretty uneventfully. And the next day, the party hung out with Lynn for a while, at which point she told them about the fact that her father, Duke Raymond, has basically pushed the idea of going to Shatterpike, marching on it with Pergolas' army, down to the city council. They are split 50-50 on the vote, and so he has left it up to them to decide whether or not to attack Shatterpike or to stay in the city and reinforce it against possible attack. Lynn has suggested that the party should talk to the other two members of the city council who are voting against going to war, them being Father Marius Brooks of the Church of Mithras and the very angry Lord Selwyn Lofric of the Merchants Guild.
Oh, you mean faggot?
Yes, I mean angry faggot. Alternatively, rather than convincing the higher-ups of the city to go to war, the party could try and talk to Fergus about it. The Knights of the Lion do not have a vote on whether or not Pergoleth goes to war because they retain their independence. They have not sworn allegiance to the city itself, but rather as its protectors. If you could convince Fergus to reverse this decision and have the knights swear themselves to House Caliston, then the knights would surely get a vote which could sway the balance of power in favor of going to Shatterpike. And that's pretty much where we left off. If you guys would like to go on the base map all the way to the top right-hand corner, there is a little chart I made called Readiness for War. The little red dots indicate people who are saying, no, fuck you, we should stay in town and not go out and fight and stuff. As well as what each group is providing to the war effort, if anything. Deep breath, Savin. Alright, so, what do? Also, Hedrah had a question, I think.
So, they want us to march a fucking army through treacherous mountain.
No. That would be against Gastogoth. Shatterpike is the one.
Oh, right, Shatterpike. Never mind.
Yeah, Shatterpike's right there. It's like literally a day's march away.
Well, that's Shatterpike.
Yes, that is where the Hobgoblin army is staging by all accounts and has their supplies piled up. If you can take out Shatterpike, the army won't be able to attack Pergoleth, basically.
Well, did the Goblin operators in the Shatterpike do as much damage as they should have?
Not quite as much as you were hoping. Unfortunately, the Hobgoblins did have a tip beforehand, thanks to that ambassador fellow you fought. So they were already fairly wary of the goblins, but the goblins in there did do a considerable amount of damage, especially to the fortifications and supplies. So all that work that they were doing to the fortress walls to build them back up, a lot of that's been damaged. And there were big supply caches that were burning. Not quite enough to completely starve out the army, but enough to make them sort of question, maybe this is a bad idea. Yes.
You know, there's an easy way to retake Shadow Pike.
Oh.
Yeah,
What's that?
lantern oil.
What?
Because we have fairies here, right? They can carry a pretty hefty amount, right?
What, just rain oil down on top of them?
No, this is called splash. And what splash is? Imagine them carrying big casks of oil, like to nearly the max of carrying capacity, flying in above, and just dropping them all over the place so it splashes everywhere, and then poof. Set it
So
on
bomb
fire.
them with oil.
Yeah, bomb them with oil, burn them out, and if they happen to be like still in there and can't get out and burn to death, well,
Well,
they're the enemy.
that's,
And then the fairies all get shot out of the sky.
Yeah.
During the night.
You mean
At
the night
like
when the
100.
hobgoblins all have dark vision? Is he just fine?
Yeah, but they have a limited
Yeah, that's true.
range. And the fairies can fly pretty fucking high. And it's
Yeah,
not
not
hard.
if they're at maximum
hit.
capacity.
Well, almost, like I said, almost maximum carrying capacity.
Either way, considering that the hobgoblins do have an air cavalry of their own, you would think that they would have some sort of defense against that sort of thing. Or maybe not. Who knows? You could do some recon to find out.
Send in the clouds.
By clowns, you mean
Oh.
goblins! No.
man,
Difference.
I can't, I just,
Potato,
I ha-
potato.
when you guys are talking about, what's it called? Dragon Age before, and you mentioned Cammy, I had a horrible, horrible consideration of what if Cammy had a kid. Like, that would be the most horrifying thing I've ever imagined.
That'll be
What?
awesome depending on who she
Can
did
you
it with.
imagine what she would... Oh, God, she would not be a good mom. Oh, my God.
No, that's why she has you, to bear her children for her.
I don't think that's not how it works.
Tell that to Cammy.
We tried.
But it works!
Yeah.
And Cammy will run up and pat your belly.
But that's
I'm
something.
genius!
It's pretty... God damn it. Sigh.
Hey, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
How good is dark vision versus invisibility sphere?
Not very.
Ah, problem solved.
Not very what? What?
Dark vision isn't very good versus a sphere of invisibility, which means everyone within the range of the caster is sort of invisible.
Well, yeah. Yeah, it doesn't do anything to, alleviate invisibility. Just lets you see in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
See? And then you start hearing the fucking that whistling sound from the bombs.
Stealth bombers.
Yeah, very stealth bomb. The Nighthawks.
Yes.
And then we got the fairy B1 fairy spirit.
This sounds like something Celadrie should investigate post-haste.
Well,
And getting yourself a wing of fairy stealth bombers. You just stack up casts of invisibility sphere and then dive bomb places.
Drop kegs of oil on top of people. Then just one little fireball which is a long-range spell, so...
Yeah. This awesome if you think about it. Just don't hear anything. Then you have, you can just see the fairies flying there with small tattoos, like kill count, the spirit of Grand Tree.
This is taking Jet
Like-
Girls to a whole new level.
It really
Yeah,
is.
it's awesome. And then you have Enola Bay. Then you have Granola Bay next to her, the vegetarian.
God damn it.
No, Granola Bay is the horse girl, clearly.
Oh,
Well, how the fuck can you shoot like? Oh, it's a horse fly. Ha ha.
oh,
The puns, they're getting worse.
gosh.
Yeah, but that would explain it. See? And then you can start when you leave. You can play the fucking Ride of the Valkyries.
Do 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 do.
Do, 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 do,
Oh,
do.
hey, it's this asshole.
Oh, good morning. Papa
Well,
Cock and
that's how it is.
Our cats are assholes.
See, this is awesome.
Oh god.
Too loud.
God damn it, Savin.
What the
Here
fuck
comes
is
the
happening?
fairies.
How did you do that?
Jukebox.
Now Kinathis is gonna like put together playlists for his D&Ds.
We were talking about fairy stealth bombers, Ben.
Fairy air cavalry. Excellent. Oh, the smell of burning hobgoblin in the morning. Smells like victory.
Okay, got it.
Alright.
So yeah, I get a recap of that stuff. So, last session, so we got.
Yep.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys spend an afternoon drunkenly talking about the applications of fairy stealth bombers.
Hey! I have cocaine to study. Remember?
Alright. You get high and then talk about the application.
No,
I know.
don't you try. I'm gonna make my.
You know
addiction
you
to
don't do
cocaine.
cocaine and do science. It's LSD in science.
If Fringe taught us anything, it's that. Alright.
I have yet to extract it out of the mushroom, so give me a bit. That's my next project. So,
So it is that afternoon, after having saved Princess Kitty Cat from certain doom, and also giving her scritches.
Scritches and cuddles.
Yes. Also, Fen, if you want to go to the very top right of the base map, there's a little chart.
Oh god.
Yes.
I hate everything.
See. You guys could go talk to the druids about fairy bombers. You could talk to Fergus about tipping the vote, or you could go swing it the old-fashioned way and convince and or intimidate half the council to change their vote, or at least one guy.
well, we have done some damage to it thanks to the sacrifice of the Green Horde. But not enough.
Correct. Shadowpike did suffer some losses, a lot of property damage. So they are weakened, but you no longer have goblin saboteurs inside. Any further goblining will have to come from without.
From Commander, you say? Okay.
Actually, if you hadn't allied with Grogpuck, one of the things I had planned was for goblins to tunnel out from under Shatterpike and blow up all your siege equipment. So good luck. Fix that up pretty handily.
Oh, that's good.
Ah, apparently I can roll really good in desperate times on diplomacy roll with my fucking +1.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that worked. But no. So let's see. What the hell is that PP sound?
Something's going
Sounds
on
like
behind
feedback.
me. Yeah, something
Oh,
like that.
oh no, are your fucking roommates trying to cook again?
No. Jesus Christ.
It sounds like it.
Better go slap their shit, Kina.
Yeah, kick their asses. Get the
Not what
frying
they're
pan,
doing.
yo.
It's not what they're
Go
doing.
full teak on them.
He's, there's, for some reason, his voice communication is echoing like crazy.
So anyway, you were saying,
It's almost
Hedrah?
like Ash.
Dropped off me and shit.
Alright, sure. You can spend your
And-
afternoon alchemying. What are you trying to do exactly?
Finish up my, trying to make my batch of cocaine non-addictive via alchemy.
Alright, go ahead and drop your roll. I think you were, what, 30-something% through?
I was 2 days of research, right? I need my cat to... Just a minute. Hey, kitty. Yes. I'll poke you in the butt. Move your ass. Oh, she was close. Never mind it. Okay, so she laid down. She'll write numbers. Not using my numpad because apparently she occupied that side. Anyway, yes, researching. That's with my bonuses.
Yes. Kick back all of your minute buff items.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Crafter's luck isn't applicable to this.
Nope.
But I can be Brainiac for a little bit.
Yep.
So, activating this. So that.
Alright.
It wasn't a one.
No, you almost knocked all your research into the fire again, but this time you luckily remembered to actually put a cover on that. So you managed to recover your work before it all burst into flames. And quickly get back to work. Alright.
So, progress is done for the day.
And I believe that afternoon there was some armor repair or resizing going on from the rest of the party. So I'll move us over to the next day pretty much. Bink. Let's see. I should probably open my notes for this campaign. That might help. Might help. There we go. Okay, so new day dawns.
New day done, you say? Okay. Spend my morning. Please, it'll be good. Much better.
Alright. Let's see. Ooh. Let's see. Oh good, I'm behind on my notes again. Yay. Alright, you continue to make progress.
Also,
while
How
Backy
much more
is...
seeming needed?
You figure one or two more of those would probably do you.
Oh.
You. So while Backy is locked in her lab doing research, what does the rest of the party do?
Research my spell.
Okay.
I guess go run my milk bar.
Alright.
Fuck this political intrigue shit.
Spellcraft check. And an Arcana check. Which is different. No, another day lost.
Wah, wah, wah. Alright, let's see. When was the last time Fen got a payout on his milk bar? Let's scroll all the way up. Scroll down a little bit.
It was last session.
Well, sessions can take multiple days, so...
Okay.
Let's see. Last payout... Oh, wait, is
Shit.
that on the map? Yeah, it is. Okay.
Oops. That was close.
Day 62, so 4. Fen, you make a total of 88 copper coins when you check in and hang out at the bar that day.
Okay.
From back profits and such. The girls you have working there will say that they're happy to have both their cows back for once, since every day that they only have one cowgirl, they're pretty much working her dry.
Oh, you mean Rosie?
Yeah, Rosie has
Oh.
contributed a great deal to Pergola's milk supply.
Oh, Rosie. Poor cow.
Poor cow. Spends her days getting milked and her nights getting railed by 2 minotaurs.
She's living the dream.
Pretty much. Oh yeah, now that Clarabelle's
She seems
back,
happy.
things are a little easier on Rosie at least. They will say that Morn, your orc bodyguard, is keeping the place pretty clear of scumbags.
Yeah.
So their problems with perverts and the like have gone down dramatically.
Cool.
Otherwise, nothing of note to report at this particular time. Do you have anything you'd like to do for the bar specifically while you're working there? Advertising, new management, that sort of thing? Bangin'.
Say his whole name to get his attention. Fenoxo.
What?
God damn it. What was the last thing you heard?
I don't know. Something about a cowgirl getting railed.
Let's see. You got 88 copper profits.
Got that. That was after,
Cowgirls.
or that was before the cowgirl got railed.
Yes. Cowgirl production back on track. No more overstraining Rosie.
Yeah.
Morn has kept the place clear of perverts, so things are running much more smoothly now. Since you're actually spending the day working at the milk bar, what do you want to do while you're there, if anything?
Just hang out with Aldra, our employees, assorted foxbees, Clarabelle, Rosalind.
Alright. So you spend the day hanging out with your Your
I gotta
various
keep
spawn
that
and
Volvo
waifus.
reputation up.
Aldra will ask if you want her to work at the milk bar now. She's almost old enough to start giving honey.
Wait. I guess.
Yay. The the two catgirls you have working there will sort of exchange a look and scratch their heads, shrug.
I guess Carol and Korath can work there part-time while we're in the city again.
Alright.
Want, if they desire. Wait, no, I have to
Yeah.
train them.
Yeah,
Fuck
there you
that. Fuck that. You guys are getting trained.
go. Yeah.
Also, we probably should try and convince somebody to vote yes. Just to, guarantee that we can, do this. Like, this might be important. Like, really important.
Well, to say something, we could do the whole. Hey, Goblin Conley, Goblin Sappers, all up in this bitch.
You could.
Could also do the very stealth bombers.
Could.
So we need a direct connection with the names again, the council and shit.
Mm-hmm.
No, wait, not the council, the Grand Chief people.
Yeah, that's the Druids Council. The Druids have pledged their allegiance for the attack on Shatterpike, so you definitely have an in with them if you want to go convince them to instigate fairy stealth bombers.
Question: If the city council rules yes, does the whole council goes to helps with the Shatterpike?
Yes.
Okay, so we just need to convince one person.
Right. And then the other person will basically be browbeat into going along with it. You also have the people who are in the little second tier there, the other powerful and important people, who, with the exception of the city guard, are under no obligation to help, but could easily be convinced to lend troops and make the whole thing easier. If you get all of these people working together, you could probably rout the goblins pretty easily. Because after all, a token force holding Shatterpike at the
I'm
moment.
not sure who Sir Bartho is, though. I don't know who that is.
He is the knight who you guys were helping when he was framed for, what was it, murder, I think?
Okay.
No, theft of cocaine.
Ah, yes, right.
I think I was.
Implicating him for helping the hobgoblins.
I don't think I was involved in that.
No, that was mostly Backy following that quest line.
Yeah.
All that Sherlock Holmes, yo.
Okay.
So you could go hang out with Sir Bartho. There's Lady Bale, who has some hunters up in Baleton. There's the Tome Knights and the Mages, and the Lion Knights.
I will promise Kirill and Korath that I will train them as soon as we have dealt with the current situation that is making sure the city goes to fight at Shatterpike and secure its own borders And then I will go, I guess, see if I can talk to Fergus, see what his opinion is.
Alright. For the record, Fergus is up at Greymore right now.
Fuck.
When last
Never
time you talked to
mind.
him, he said he was going to lead the Greymore survivors back up there.
Crap. Well, shit. I'll strike that for later then, I guess.
You could have Sig teleport you up there, or write a letter. Pretty sure your character knows how to read, right?
Yeah. Let's see. That's an idea. Man. I guess I'm going to. Okay. Well, Lord Selwyn is an asshole.
Yes. But he is a rich
And,
asshole.
He is a rich asshole. A rich asshole. And I've met Brooks once.
Mm-hmm.
He seemed like a okay guy. I guess. Only talked to him for a minute. I guess I'll go talk to him first. I'll go talk to Brooks. See if I can talk Brooks into voting yes.
Since all the other PCs were doing things today, it'll pretty much be you alone, plus whatever NPCs you bring.
I will go on my own, because everyone else is busy.
Alright. So you pack up and go on down to the border between the Temple District and Hightown, and the great big Cathedral of Mithras. It doesn't really take much effort to get a meeting with Father Brooks. Your reputation does precede you with the guards, after all. And they're quick to fast-track you on through to his office.
That's nice of them.
So it only takes about half an hour or so before you are able to see him. Great big, portly fellow in flowing priest's robes, sitting behind a very expensive-looking oaken desk. He steeples his fingers and greets you warmly. "Ah, my child, please, come in, come in. Have a seat. What is it that I can do for you?"
Well, I'll bow and take a seat and tell him that I... 1 second. I will tell him... I'll tell him I wanted to talk to him about the upcoming vote for what the city is going to do about the Hobgoblins and Shatterpike. I know it's a very important decision, and I want to, and as one of the counts, don't leave it on the floor. And I know that he's on the city council and it's going to be voting, and I wanted to know what his opinion on the matter was.
After a moment's consideration, Brooks will shake his head sadly and say, "Ah, yes. Dear Lady Lynn has told us about this unfortunate business with the Hobgoblins. I cannot see how going to war with the creatures will help us. It is Mithras's way to attack only in defense. To launch a war against the Empire would surely doom us all. The only way we have survived thus far is to simply be unnoticed by the all-seeing gaze of the Empire."
Well, unfortunately, that's not... I guess that has worked until now, but that all-seeing gaze is looking directly at us. They are planning to come here. It's not a question about will they, but more when, and that when is coming soon. Within the next couple months, really. From what we've seen, I don't think we'll actually really have much of a choice.
No,
And
no, my dear misguided child. The Empire pays us no mind. I have it on good authority they're in Shatterpike to war against the Amazons. Why, a great clan of the brutes has made their camp not half a day's march from the old fortress. And you and I both know those forces have great enmity between them.
yeah, they are opposites, and they do hate each other. But I also have it on fairly good authority that they are looking directly at us here. They're not going for the Amazons right now. They're a society of warriors. They'd be much harder, and if they get rid of us here, it would just make it all the easier to take the fight to the Amazons after. I've seen plans. I took them when I escaped, so I know what they're doing, and I was attempted to be killed off with Lady Lynn once by one of their ambassadors, who even not completely talked about it, but mentioned that we were going to be they were coming for us. At least I think so. I can't remember. So I think our best chance really is to stand united against them. I mean, we've worked very hard to get allies, and we have a number of them, but without the main support of the entire city, I don't think we can possibly hope to stand against them.
Very well, very well. Let us say for a moment that you are correct. That the Empire does intend to bring the brunt of their forces against small, unassuming Pergolith. Then would we not be better off conserving our forces behind the strong and thus far unbreached walls of Pergolith, rather than marching them against this great and powerful fortress, which, as you say, is filled with enemy soldiers? Why, many of our brave warriors would die on the field. And for what? To secure an old fort? I see no wisdom in it.
Secure the Pergolith's borders and to take a stand against the Empire that is just going to come down and roll all over everybody. You haven't seen what they're like. I lived there for so long in the Empire and had to endure their treatment, and I can tell you from personal experience that they're not going to stop until everything is theirs. They will come here and they will stomp all over everybody. We have to make them see that we're not going to going to roll over and let them do what they want. We have to make ourselves make it look like we can't be taken by them. I think that's...
So you mean to intimidate the greatest empire the world has ever seen? That is troubling.
I'm sure that if we can unite ourselves with the Fae that we've already done, and perhaps the Amazons and the Goblins, we can completely keep the Empire from at least this part of the continent, and carve it out as a peaceful location that we can protect against them. If we just sit here and do nothing, they're just going to come for us. If not soon, then eventually. And I know they are coming down here. Within a couple months, they're marching their forces down here, and they're going to use Shatterpike as a staging ground.
A staging ground, you say?
A beachhead, a foothold. They're going to use it as a place to keep their supplies and keep their troops housed and fed, and use it as a place to just amass their forces until they can just march them in an unstoppable horde against whatever target they want. It's a great fortress, and once it's fully manned, we'll be hard pressed to get them out ever, especially after their main force comes down. If we stop it now, their main force won't have anywhere to go, and will have to retreat back into their borders. They won't have anywhere to stay. And if we have the fortress manned when they get there, perhaps we can deal them a blow as well, but before they leave.
Once this fortress is fully operational, we will be unstoppable.
Oh, god damn it.
Thank you, Palpatine.
If we had the support of the church and its healers and clerics, our people would have a much higher chance of surviving this coming fight or for our lives. We really need all the help we can get. And the Church of Mithras would be an invaluable asset to have.
Yes, I see the wisdom in what you say, if you are correct. And Brooks will steeple his fingers in front of himself, staring deep in thought for a moment before saying, "Very well, child. I will spend the night in prayer to the goddess. She will direct my course of action when next we meet."
All right. Thank you for hearing me out.
Of course. Either way, I assure you, I will not leave this city idle. Either we march to Shatterpike, or we stay here and shore up the walls, prepare for a long siege. I have no desire to be a slave to the Empire any more than you do. I would not subject
Really
my
don't.
charges to that sort of treatment, he says with a shudder, casting a gaze from his door to the hallway across.
The nunnery.
They would have it. They would have it very badly in the Empire.
He nods solemnly and says he will pray on it.
I know you just want to save lives, and I wholeheartedly think that this is the way that we will save the most lives, even if it is an ugly thing that we have to do. Fighting is never on anyone's... No one wants to fight, but sometimes people just have to in order to, keep themselves from dying and keep others from dying. So, just...
Spoken with wisdom, child. Perhaps the goddess will hear that.
I hope so. I will stand then and bow and thank him for his time, and hope to hear his answer soon, tomorrow, or when the time for voting comes.
He nods and gives you a short blessing before sending you on your way, saying that either way he shall summon the council tomorrow to hear the goddess's verdict.
Oh, boy. All right. I wonder if... No, that would probably not work. I wonder if Kanara is an aspect of a goddess. I wonder
It's
if what happens when she goes back, and I wonder. There's no. That's just silly.
yeah, what you need to do is go summon an aspect of Mithras to come and
Yes,
hang out with Mr. Brooks.
that would be something.
That would be a truly revolutionary day in the Church of Mithras.
I do wonder if that would be possible. Like, we'd have to find that ritual, and God knows how you're going to find that thing.
Huh?
I wonder if Kanara would know how to find one.
Hey, Kinathis,
Yeah? What?
how we can find one? Well, we have two unsearched places: Crystal Spire and the other place.
Other place?
Yes, the other place. Since the map isn't up, I can't see it. So,
Alright, let me
other
go
place.
throw us over to the map. Boop.
see, Crystal Horn right there,
Crystal Horn,
and
yes.
then yes, and then we got shit.
Shit?
Then we got shit in here or there. So
In where? Oh,
There.
the Tower of Wisdom and the Dragon Caves? Yeah, good luck
Yeah.
getting to the Dragon Caves.
well, it's easier to get
No.
to the Dragon Caves if you, I don't know, use the subterranean tunnels. Remember,
What tunnels?
like the massive ass fucking holes.
Oh,
And in
those.
the pit, yeah, those holes.
Okay. Yeah, that's something.
When you
Unless
ask,
it's fucking dark. Unless
I'm gonna
it's
ask
dark
I wanna ask
spawn down there. So
Kanara. I want to actually ask Kanara, and I would ask Lanen if they would know how to find one of the other rituals to summon aspects of things.
they have different answers for that. Kinara will suggest that you find old temples dedicated to Mithras, that while the magic to summon aspects such as herself is rare if not non-existent now, it was once a common sight in ancient days for the gods to bestow parts of themselves to keep their followers safe. If you found an ancient temple, or perhaps the tomb of a Hierophant or some great holy man of Mithras, much in the same
Hierophant.
way, yes, Hierophant, much in the same way that you found her ritual scrolls in the tomb of someone who worshipped her as his sole deity.
Right.
Lanen, on the other hand, will scoff at the idea and say that you're better off just using a bit of magic to create an illusion of an aspect. What would some modern priest know of his god that you don't?
Oh, come on, Lanen. Please, I'm sure you know how to know something. I mean, come on, you.
Well, if you must be a flatterer, I could teach Celadrie or Saxa how to summon an aspect of myself, but to find an aspect of Mithras, you must find some great holy site or even a surviving aspect of her. There's no benefit to searching old dusty tombs. You need a living source, much like myself. Perhaps Mithras, like me, is bound up in some old artifact, just waiting to be released.
Oh gosh. I see. Okay. I wonder where I could find a fucking tomb. Well, yeah, maybe Crystal Horn might be a good place to look for that kind of thing, but
Crystal Horn, for the record, was owned, was
by
a lab
a dwarf man.
Yeah, the same dwarf in whose tomb you found the scrolls to summon Kinara. Well,
Is that where we found that?
Yep.
Oh.
Hey, see, Kinathis, somebody has some memory here.
While the Satyr King's tomb did have a vast pantheon room in it, the dwarf was only ever found with aspects and ritual books and prayer books dedicated to Kinara.
I want. Can I send a messenger pigeon, a messenger bird to the to Grandtree?
Sure.
I want to address a message to to King Astraeus,
Mm-hmm.
asking about talking about how what that
I'll be right back.
dwarf who's was buried in his tomb along with him had had a ritual stuff for Kinara, and I wanted to know if he knew anyone who would have had ritual equipment or scrolls and holy books about Mithras as well.
All right. You can definitely send a messenger. It'll take, I think, a round trip of 4 days to get the reply back.
That's okay. All right. One.
Yeah, they are about 75 miles away, so maybe 3 or 4 days.
And maybe if he would possibly know where they could possibly have been buried if they died.
All right.
Okay, well that's looking on that lead then. And then I guess is Meredith in town?
She is. She is hanging out at Libram Hall.
Excellent. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
I'm going to see if I can talk to her and ask her on her opinion on what's going on and what she thinks the Libram Hall is going to support, and what the mages are thinking of doing about this.
Well, much like the Lion Knights, she'll tell you the mages do not swear fealty to House Caliston, so they are not obligated to do much of anything at this point.
Well, yeah, but I mean, this might be their survival hanging in the balance, so it's kind of relevant to everybody. Even if they're not obligated to act, they are incented to act, if nothing more than to ensure their own survival.
She will shrug at that and say that she's been keeping an ear out for what's going to happen, but thus far the mages have made no motion one way or the other that's as if they haven't a care in the world. She's actually approached some of the higher-ups in the Tome Knights to talk about what they should do, how to prepare Libram Hall for Hobgoblin siege, and she's just been brushed off on the matter, said that it simply won't come to that.
That is, forgive me, but that sounds crazy and negligent, but...
It does, but then again, nothing the mages have done lately makes sense. You heard what they did to that poor man we helped earlier, don't you? The Blood Mage's friend.
While we were gone and in the Fey lands, yeah, they had him hung.
I fought hard to keep them from doing that, but they decided his guilt long before. Something is rotten in Libram Hall. It's eating at the heart of the place. It's like they just don't care anymore.
See. Oh, shit. was hoping they would be leaning towards helping. If the council did vote for to take the offensive, the mages would be obligated to come along too, wouldn't they? I mean, they can't just sit on their butts while the city marches to a battle.
They seem to think they can. They gave up their vote in the city council just for that privilege. I think if it came down to it, House Calliston would draft at least some of the younger students, but the actual old masters, no. There's very little the city could do to force them to do anything.
It's just ridiculous. If we can't, we should be bringing all the might that we could possibly bring to bear against the Empire in this fight. Show them what we can do. And they can't just do whatever they want.
I agree, and I wish you could make Old Master Nays if the Tome Knights see. They've got their heads in the sand.
Rain lightning down on them with that fucking ball. No, that wouldn't help, probably. Say, Meredith, do you know much about magical artifacts and things like that? You seem like you actually have a level head.
I know a bit. We Tome Knights are often called upon to help mages secure old artifacts and tombs and the such.
Because I found a thing while we were in the Faelands, and no one seems to be really listening to me about it.
You're not the one who said about the weather control, right? That wasn't you.
No one's believing me!
I've been hearing students and teachers laughing about that in the corridors for days.
Yes! That was me. We found it, something like that. This big, this giant glowing ball on this enormous dais. It was glowing and covered in magic runes and things, and when I touched it, I could see places, and I could change the weather, and I rained lightning down on Gastagoth in a fit of power-drunk rage. And no one will believe me what happened. I mean, I can't exactly prove it, I suppose.
It is a very strange tale, but for what it's worth, I do believe you, but...
Thank you.
I can't begin to guess at what it is or where it came from. Do you know anything more about it than what it does?
No, I know that on the same place we found it, there was a dragon.
What?
There was this crystal dragon that was also in the cave at the very bottom. He almost killed us. And
You're mistaken. Crystal dragons have been extinct for 1,000 years.
I'm pretty sure I'd remember a creature that nearly killed me.
Meredith sighs and rubs her temples. No, I believe you.
That place was weird, man. I'm not even... that going to the Wailing Woods was one of the weirdest things that's ever happened to me.
I'm afraid that's a bit out of my league, Skezza.
Yeah.
Here, let me give you this.
Someone believes me that what happened.
She reaches into her pocket, takes out a bit of parchment, and
I should
scribbles
go back.
down a name on it and hands it to you.
I'll be right back.
This is the name of one of the students of the academy. He was expelled for very strange opinions. But if no one in the academy will believe you, maybe he will. I think he hangs around the seedy establishment in the Temple Quarter, the Randy Cat.
Oh, I know that place.
Of course you do.
That's where Big T and Gregor hang out.
Sure is. The name
All those
on
funny
on the parchment is Cassidy Lofrick.
Oh, god damn it. Okay. Alrighty. Oh. No, never mind. I'd rather keep that to myself. The big glowing hand thing is probably that talks to me. Is probably shouldn't tell anybody that I have a thing that talks to me. Might just think I'm even more crazy.
Or, using horrible demon blood magic kill you.
It's not demon
No,
blood
guys,
magic.
it's totally a goddess in there, not a demon. That'd be weird.
She's super nice.
You feel a warm, comforting sensation on your hand?
I wonder if there's that displacer beast nonsense still in me, or if the cow got rid of that. Since there's no visible displacer transformations anymore.
As long as you don't go chasing after a yarn ball if someone rolls it down the hall, I'm sure you're fine.
Well, okay. We'll see. Okay. Well, I'll thank Meredith for talking to me for a while, and I'll thank her for not thinking I'm insane or drunk or something.
She puts a
Or
hand
is
on your
Sandy
shoulder
drunk?
and says anytime.
Okay, well, let's see. Where's two? I guess I'm gonna follow this lead then and talk to the Randy Cat and see about this Cassidy person.
Alright. Let's see. I think that'll have to be tomorrow, though. You've pretty much exhausted
Yeah,
that
I'm
day.
tired. Maybe I should just go back to the Wailing Woods and skulk around that cavern and use that orb to, I don't know, see what else it can do. What?
Use the orb, blow off the top of the mage tower, like just the roof there, and then just a single fucking cloud, straight rain.
That would require a lot of focus.
Will be worth it.
Have it just rain down in that one spot.
Yeah, just the mage tower.
Yeah, maybe.
Just do some concentration there, just focus, lightning storm, and bam, blow the roof off. Concentrate the cloud to just rain on the tower itself.
Or do something absurd and ridiculous with the weather, and then snap everything back to normal, and then see if that actually happened. That would go a long way to, actually seeing if that thing actually does do what it looks like it does. But I guess I will have to wait for another day. Skezza's going to bed.
Alright.
What would I even talk to this Cassidy person about?
Well, Meredith seemed to imply that he might be able to help you figure out more about this strange artifact sphere you discovered.
Right.
If he doesn't call you crazy and laugh at you.
Yeah, there's that.
Alright, another night goes by, another night wasted on no random encounters. Guys are killing me.
By the way,
yeah.
during the days, since I just spent researching in the morning, can I at least check with the little coke dude?
The little coke dude?
Little coke
Yeah,
dude.
the guy my information guy there.
Oh, yeah.
I gave.
Yeah, sure. You can, sometime between dinner and bedtime, you can go swing around where he's hanging out. He's there. He thanks you very kindly for giving him some of your product. Says it's the best he's had in a long, long time. Otherwise, he's pretty much just bumming around doing nothing. What's up?
Just checking if he's gotten any more information on the other stolen product from before.
No, man. There's this real scary guy going around now. Some kind of knight or mercenary, I don't know, but anyone who knew anything about that's keeping a real tight lid on it. Some spooky shit, let me tell you.
I had a dragon breathe on me with. Yeah, I've been attacked by a dragon. A spooky night isn't really something I fear, so yeah.
I'm just telling you what I heard. I haven't seen him either. But
Okay.
and that's word on the street. Even the thieves guilds running with their tails tucked.
Oh, I think I know. Has there been using my massive brain? Oh yeah, cat brain in the butt. To recall Sabar's fucking face and Barthos physical description.
Your informant friend says that he never saw the knight, but was definitely a big hulking fellow in full plate with a great sword, which would definitely be something Sir Bartho could be.
Okay. And I just casually mentioned to him that I'm working on an improved version of the stuff.
Ooh. He definitely looks forward to that.
Yeah, doesn't give you the shakes as well.
Probably.
Now, that would be nice.
Oh, coke shakes. Have you seen somebody coming down?
No.
Oh,
Can't say that I have.
not a pretty sight. It's even worse if you're on heroin.
Heroin.
Yeah, that shit's nasty. Anyway, okay, so yeah, I just tell him, yeah, I'm gonna make sure so it's nice and clean. We're gonna see about getting some out and about,
Well, if you need any help with that, I'd be pretty into that. Still got some of my friends who having a bit of a craving.
So I do hope that it's gonna go out and not be small snack packs.
Yeah, no. Got a friend who runs one of the flop houses down in the Temple Quarter. He might be able. Take some bulk. And then Hedrah started supplying a crack house.
Cocaine as a recreational drug because it isn't addictive. Okay.
Yeah. Sure.
That's what you do.
Okay, Scarface. Yeah, I get it. Sure.
Well, wouldn't you?
No.
And that's why you're poor people. Say we will not have up an entire bed made of money.
Oh, I thought you meant actually using the product. Yeah, I'd sell it. Sure, why not? I don't give a shit.
Yeah, but that's what I mean, dude. Who the fuck's gonna use the product? Alright, make sure others use the product.
Yeah.
You don't snack on your own shit.
Hop back.
Welcome back. Anyway,
Progressively more and more
so,
convinced that Hedrah is Walter White. Anyway, so it is a new day.
No.
So if anyone wants to do things, various and sundry,
Yes.
You may do them.
Let's see, hope for a good roll. It's not a 1.
Another day of wasted research, you say? Don't mind if I do.
Hey,
You'll
it's not
get
a
it.
wasted day.
You'll get it.
Backy, you think you need maybe one more pretty much full day of research. Celadrie, you chalk off another day. I forget where you're at.
2 left.
Alright. There's 2 left.
Okay. Day-to-day life for the rest of you. Come on.
Fenoxo, anything you're going to do the next day?
God, I have no idea.
Train people.
Probably
people.
work with training Clarabelle.
Alright. You can go hang out with Rensa, train you some cowgirl. The good news is, by the time you get there on, I guess, the second day of Clarabelle's training, Rensa's managed to get her to hold her. I don't know. Let's say she uses some sort of warhammer.
Wow. You're just turning her into Claire now, aren't you?
I was thinking marble, but alright, yeah. Claire also. See, warhammer is the best cowgirl weapon.
Nope. It's impossible. There's not enough Scooty, and she has needs.
Let me just go dig out Claire's token here. No,
No. I like Clarabelle's token like it is.
no, it's teasing. So Rensa has taught Clarabelle how to hold her warhammer properly and has got the basics of a good fighting stance down. And you're able to hop in. Probably dragging Kanara along with you for the ride. Yay,
Giggity.
Paladin. Kanara teaching Clarabelle anything about, divine magic is a little awkward, since Kanara is a giant centaur, and Clarabelle is not.
Okay.
You got something against giant centaurs?
Oh, no, it's just, Kanara's fighting style doesn't necessarily transfer very well over to a biped. But she's able to teach Clarabelle some basics, and suggests that Clarabelle remain in Rensa's apartment, wherever the fuck he's staying now, and fast for the night in prayer to the real Kanara, to maybe start getting some little bits of divine power, maybe. super exciting. I haven't seen a real divine caster in, oh wow, it's got to be centuries now. And Kinara will bounce a little bit and hug Clarabelle, who is very confused about all of this. And so that's your day. Clarabelle
No, that's
is...
your day.
So that's 2 out of, I guess, what would it be, 3 days, I'd say, to train into Paladin, when she has 3 trainers working with her.
Hey, what about the day before, dude?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. She trained the day before, so that's 2 days out of 3.
Oh, I thought we trained her some in a previous session too. Could be wrong, but I had thought that we had started
You set
the
it
Paladin
up,
earlier.
but that was basically at the end of the session. So that was the first actual day she'd been trained earlier this session. Or late last session. Same day. Anyway, 1 more day and she will have a level of Paladin. And be less of an adept. And then Kinathis, since everyone has once again spent their days tending to their business. It's time for solo goblin.
Oh boy. Oh, what am I gonna do? Okay, I guess I'm going to go to the Randy Cat then.
Alright.
And look into this lead on this cast person who might know what to do about this artifact that no one will believe me about.
Alright. You taking anyone with you or flying solo?
Do you need a braid? There's always a braid. Braid is good.
Yeah, I mean, my head's kind of muddled lately, but yeah.
It'd be a lot
Backy,
better if you could just take a few more cow TFs, you'd get this out of your system, it'd be fine.
No. I'm not gonna fall for that. Right now, I need to give my body time to rest. On that matter, on that area anyway. So I'm going to, I'll see if Backy wants to come too.
Backy is spending her day making coke.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the morning. That's the
It's
thing.
like a whole day process. Like, for that check. Like, you're all alone in your lab. Come on, man. You don't even have assistants anymore.
8 hours.
Yeah, 8 hours of hard work. And you're tired.
I know. It's like you wake up, it's like start working, and it's like 2 p.m. and you're
Yeah.
freaking done, and you're like, God, it's lunchtime. And you just had cocaine for breakfast. Come on.
Yeah, Backy has a giant beard made out of cocaine. True facts. It's like a milk mustache, but worse. Yeah, if you want to wait until late afternoon, you could
Essentially,
get Backy to come with you. The whole party, really.
Oh,
Sure,
Why
man.
would you want weirdos like us?
because you guys are my friends, and
Friendship doesn't mean anything, bitch.
we were all there. I mean, and we're not sure what to do with the thing. No one seems to want to. At least everyone I've talked
How
to doesn't
long
seem
does
to.
it take to travel there?
How long does it take to get to the Wailing Woods from Pergolas?
Wailing Woods?
Specifically, specifically the cave, the Crystal Cave.
Going by horse, it would be...
Yeah.
What? Day... So, probably 2.5, 3 days total journey?
Damn.
I
Or
need to teleportation.
or teleportation.
That would be instant, probably. I think, yeah, that's within Sig's range.
What?
for
What
teleport.
do you have in mind there, Backy?
That's easy. Well, potion of teleportation.
Is that a thing
Potion.
you actually have?
A
It's
potion of
something we can't
teleportation.
do.
What the fuck?
I don't think that's
I
actually
Don't think you
possible.
can do that.
Well, let me look at the higher tiers now.
Pretty sure
Like-
potions cut off at
Yeah.
like tier 3 or 4 anyway.
So like four, like yeah, third
It's
or
got to be
fourth
like
level.
personal effects.
For my twin, cage bomb, walk to space. Nope. Unfortunately, it's not on the list, so it has to be cast. Oh, that sucks. That's really sucks. Let's see. Oh, that's true. See. By the way, potions cut off. Anyway. On the pump. So that's out of the way. What's your name? What about no fly would take stuff long enough. So we need a teleportation, like to and from.
You could go to the Wizards of Libram Hall, see if a whip mage there could cast for you. You also have Sig, who has a sword of teleport, though it can only take one person. That only works once a day. Let's see. I'm assuming Celadrie's too low level to cast teleport, right?
Definitely.
Yeah, I can only cast third level spells.
No.
I think teleport's fourth.
That sounds right.
You're a wizard or a sword.
I am neither.
Arcanist.
I am an Arcanist.
So you're a sword.
But
Sort
I
of.
prepare spells.
Yeah, you can prepare your shit, but you have a sword preparation.
For the purpose of this discussion, you're a sorcerer, or have sorcerer spells.
Yeah.
So, you guys just gonna go down to the bar, or what?
Let's get smashed!
Oh,
Well-
you're coming? Okay.
Is there a way to like make it 2-charge wand of teleportation or some shit like that?
To what?
No, you can't make wands out of. Wait. Wands go to 4th level, don't they? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think. Is teleport actually a 4th level spell?
Broken item
Looking
is
up
broken,
rules
you
in
say?
D intensifies.
I don't even know, consider, if we do go
It's
back there,
a
what do
5th level spell, actually.
5th level spell.
So no, neither wands nor
Someone has
Potions.
to cast it.
yeah, someone. Or you can get a scroll. You could buy a scroll of teleport and just shove it into Celadrie's hands.
It's expensive, though.
It would be shitting expensive, and you'd have to find some way of getting home too. So.
What would we do back there, though? Like, if we got back there?
Well, if I got there, I would pretty much just blow the roof and make it rain.
Hmm.
And you can just tell them like, okay, I have a friend there she's gonna try to blow your roof off and make it rain. So
That seems a bit destructive. How about something a little less overt?
like,
So I don't really know how that might get out of control. So whether it's kind of a big, powerful thing, don't know how.
yeah, but they're asshole and laughing at you. So
Could make it rain just on the fucking Mage Academy, and make it sunny everywhere else.
or instead of gonna have it snow or
Snow,
hail,
out of
hail.
season effects, hail, or hail
Yeah.
the size.
Yes.
No, that might hurt people. Hail the size. I was thinking hail the size of golf balls, but that might hurt people.
No, just constant hail on the mage snow.
Okay, that might work. Yeah, that might get people's attention. Maybe use it to summon a tornado on top of that army of hobgoblins that's coming down.
You would need to know
Or,
where
you
they
know-
are first, but yeah.
Yeah, well, it can see.
Kinathis.
Well, I can use it to see places. I used it to look at places, so I could just look through the land until I find it, and then fucking
Or you
drop
can
it.
just look for the
Shit.
for the emperor and just blast him with lightning bolts.
That I don't know about that. That might be a bit too fine of control needed.
Cut off the head, and 2 more will grow in its place.
To be fair, the current emperor did get his post after the quote-unquote freak accidental death of the previous emperor, end quote, who was totally
Freak
not found
accidental
with this
death.
guy's sword impaled through his belly or anything. No, that totally
Is-
didn't happen. What are you talking about?
Is the current emperor less of an asshole than the one that came before, or is it just a different flavor of asshole? That's about the same strength.
Well, yeah, you would know.
Now I'm just imagining flavored assholes.
Thanks. Lemon
Like
flavor.
That
Like
would be better
Like a
than normal
cherry flavored
assholes.
asshole.
Wait,
Uh,
you're saying
Hey,
flavored
wait.
assholes? So you're saying glazed donuts?
Oh God.
God.
Third, if that's the case,
Good
I
stuff.
could almost get into rimming.
So what you're
Almost.
saying is,
But-
I need to write a cherry goo girl and then have you eat her butt all the time.
I need to work
But
on
why would a cherry goo girl even have a butt?
Because she wants you
because
to eat
she
it.
wants you to rim it.
Yeah, come on, man. Get with the program. Anyway, at Kinathis, since your character would definitely know this, the current emperor, he is much more militaristic than the previous emperor. He pushed the boundaries of the empire quite a bit further in a shorter amount of time than his predecessor. However, from what you've discovered thus far, he is much more tolerant of mages. He does not, say, crucify them and burn them at the stake at any opportunity. And
I
allows
see.
them to be, instead, heavily restricted government employees. And by that, I mean mage police.
I see.
The treatment of women hasn't really changed, and by that I mean they're still all brood slaves.
Mm.
So, you know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Stop right there. You have violated the law.
Okay. Well,
There's mage police and Baldur's Gate 2.
Goddamn
I
fucking
think-
Coward wizards.
I think we need to try and work this thing, this object, and see what we can do with it. We definitely, like, if we can make use of
Hey.
it, we need more practice and
How,
figure out.
wait. we can see Shatterpike, right?
I didn't look at it, but I assume probably, yeah. Why wouldn't it
Well,
let me
think
see
about
that?
Well, think about it. If we can see Shatterpike,
Yeah.
why don't we just fuck their shit up? They have what's it called? Resource supplies and shit. Yeah, but that stuff is usually kept dry. How about we turn up the moisture with torrential rain for
Just
days
rain down on them for
days.
days.
and wash them out?
Wash them out.
Yeah, because
lower
have you
their
ever
morale.
Oh,
Yeah, wet stone is slippery as hell.
Yeah, lower
I
their
think-
morale. Go ahead.
I think extreme heat or extreme cold would do better for that purpose.
Well,
Bury
we're
them in
sort of
snow.
not in the
What is the
There's-
season? Is it spring,
Autumn,
summer, winter, or
summer.
fall?
If you make it cold enough, they might freeze to death. If you make it warm enough, they aren't going to be able to march as long.
Heat stroke. I listened to Summer to what Dragons of Summer Flame. That was the weather definitely played a part in that book with people knights getting heat stroke all the time.
Well, yeah, but they are one hobgoblins. Two, they have fur.
Do they have fur? Do we have fur?
Yes,
Not really. Well, some.
You're not bugbears, right?
Yeah, they're not bugbears. Hobgoblins. Well, look in the player's guidebook. That's a picture of a hobgoblin. A little hairier than normal, but not like furry.
They look a little fuzzy,
okay,
so I'm a little fuzzy.
and hardier. Right.
So what is the current season, Savin?
If I recall correctly, it is late summer. Actually, at this point, it's about mid-fall. Actually, that's about it.
Oh, that's
Mid-fall.
perfect. All the heat is literally still in the building, in the wood or the stone.
Stone does it does get sun-baked and does retain heat.
Yeah, but the dark areas still gets worse. Was it heated up at least?
So I'm still in
But
favor
here's
of
the problem.
Hmm?
Here's the problem.
yeah.
So, 2 layers of stone actually, with a little bit of spacing, for example, a cellar, is a very good
Insulator.
isolation. Isolator, yes, isolator.
It's
So they can literally just go downstairs and be out of the heat.
mm-hmm.
But that's the thing. Cracks in stone lets moisture in everywhere. They can't cold and wet.
Cold and wet
There
make
we
them
go.
miserable.
There we go.
Cold
Because
and wet.
if it's too wet, they can't light up a fire to warm up, and they'll be all cold and shivery and get sick.
Crank up the humidity and make it really cold.
Yeah, rain and cold. Rain and cold. There we have it.
Cold rain, so freezing rain, sleet.
No, not
Maybe.
freezing. Just right before freezing. So everything just
okay.
becomes
So not
freezing
not
and
not
sick.
cold to the point where the rain snap freezes when it touches something.
No,
but-
no. Enough to give
I
them.
don't see why not.
hypothermia.
That would, fucking kill them. Just as well.
I've seen those pictures of when that happens, when that really, really happens. That shit's crazy. stuff gets
Alright, we were supposed
covered.
to kill them, weren't we? I was trying to not
We were trying to
But we want to
demoralize
kill
them.
and destroy everything.
Yeah,
Because they
ruin
won't
their
have
shit.
food.
And
All
mean-
their food will be ruined. All their shit will be ruined. All their clothes will be fucking horrible to wear. All their armor, everything will be horrible. Yeah.
well, this is all theory. We need to know if we can do these things with this object. Like, we need to practice using it to see what it can do.
Well, we can always test outside the cave, you know.
Maybe, yeah. Use the area around the cave as to see what could happen. Maybe. So, what do you think? Maybe should go take a look into this.
Yeah, so I can put my studies on. Well, I need like 1 day, then I'm done, and I can do it on the afternoon.
Okay.
So,
I,
see that bard, or do what?
Hang on. I'll tell Backy I got a tip from that Meredith lady about kind of a rebel, kind of a bardy wizard that was kicked out of the academy for having crazy ideas, and she said he might be able to help us understand this thing. That is what she implied, right?
Yes.
Perhaps we should talk to him, maybe get his opinion. What do you think?
Okay.
Alright, so Kina and Backy are going.
Yeah,
Anybody
sure.
else?
Oh boy, I'm not alone anymore. The pressure's
What, were you
so
nervous or
great.
something?
Oh man, the pressure's so great when I'm doing roleplay stuff all on my own. Especially when it's like
So,
The
political
heat
nonsense.
is on. Oh, I want to listen to that song.
Oh god, this is the day after. I wonder how the priest is doing.
Mm.
God.
at the west,
Maybe we can stop there later after we talk to this guy.
Alright, so let me drop you guys off the Randy Cat.
I could say hi to Gregor while we're here.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that guy in ages.
Dirty peasants and people.
Ooh. Ugh. Hey, there's that Thomas guy, and Vera, and Liam, and these guys are. Hey, these were that. Those. Okay, I thought so.
I can't believe it's not the Sav&D one party.
Gender swapped.
I can't believe it's not butter.
There's only 4 of them though. I'm sure
Yeah.
there's.
They
one
have a
there's more.
centaur that you see them traveling with, but last time you talked to them in town,
Yeah.
they said he wasn't allowed in the city anymore.
Oh God. Oh, okay.
He has to wait outside.
Jeez.
Oh, that's where you can get the mineral water for the Ogre kit.
Magic most. And so the
Three guy that
the
wants
fifth great exalted march was called upon the apostate Rebecca, who attacked the circle of magi with magic most foul. That, yeah, let's try and avoid that kind of thing happening.
Yes.
Okay, so
apostate Rebecca, you mean the Alchemist? Oh, I'll turn you tranquil. That's absolutely nothing to me.
what does that mean? Why would that do nothing to you?
It would literally turn me a completely emotionless, aka
Oh,
a
boy.
psychopath.
Oh God, you
Oh
mean a
no,
sociopath?
Tranquil aren't psychopaths at all.
Sociopaths.
They just quietly, meekly obey orders, do whatever they're told. They're really quite sociable.
Until I take my concoction, which alters my brain. Dr. Jekyll and Miss Hyde.
Anyway, there is the bar. What do... Presumably dynamic lighting's working here. There is a stage to the south. There is a bar to the north. There's a stairway over yonder, which several particularly lascivious tall ears are hanging around.
I'm gonna go to the bar and ask the guy if he knows is he a cat? A bard? Was he?
That's what Meredith said.
Yeah. Well, I asked him if a bard named Cass is around here. He said we could heard we could find him here. Trying to.
The bartender grunts nonchalantly and points down south.
I will stand on my tippy toes and look out at the room.
Tippy hoops.
Yes. Tippy hoops. There's a lot of cat.
Yeah, if you got
folk
hooves,
around.
you're already on your tippy toes.
Oh, that's right. I really can't. There's a shady guy right in the corner.
There's
there
always
is
a shady guy in a corner.
with a big hood pulled up over his head, his booted feet propped up on the table, dripping muck everywhere. He has
Looks like an asshole. That must be him.
Looks like an asshole, yeah. He's got a couple of daggers hanging off of his belt.
But which flavor of asshole is he?
The chocolate
Strawberry? Ooh, no.
Oh, God.
No,
That's
we don't
horrible.
want to go down
dark
that road.
chocolate.
Oh, God.
Could
No.
you be
Sorry.
any more terrible, Savin?
Yes.
God, why?
Sorry, we only do white chocolate here, boy.
It's not getting any better. Anyway.
No, it's not.
Indeed, you have
Yeah,
to place
white chocolate would be
donut.
fine. It's not technically chocolate.
Yeah, it just looks like spooge drilling out. I mean, what?
God damn it. What the fuck?
No wonder you love it, save it.
I will admit white chocolate is my favorite flavor of chocolate, but that's neither here nor there.
Oh, white chocolate's awful. How can you like that
How
stuff?
can you not, peasant?
It's just like regular
Actually,
chocolate,
that
but crappier.
No, regular chocolate is like white chocolate, crappier. Oh, snap.
Oh, dude, do not try to get me started on chocolate warrior. I will fucking bury you. Okay, I
No.
will burn you.
Let's not say we did.
Better
Okay.
get some burn heal.
So shady guy in a corner. Ragnar pointed pretty much due south.
Okay.
Mumbles to check the stage.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I will skip. Oh,
Yeah.
skip.
I'm just saying you have the big T and, well, I'm saying hello to Big T and Gregor and shit.
Big T offloads a pair of cute little fingerless mitten gloves on you.
Oh, yeah, these are awesome. Hell yeah.
I will wave to Big T and Gregor and just slip past for a minute.
Is
Yeah.
Skezza!
Okay.
Gregor says, just picking
Hi.
you up as you go past and planting you
Ah.
in his lap. Long time no see.
Yeah, it's been a while. We've been out of town for a long time.
You
Well,
look
you,
so
no,
much
you have
prettier,
to speak
he says, just patting you on the
you
head.
have to speak properly to her, Gregor. She goes, you have to go like moo moo, moo moo moo.
Hey, I
No,
don't
so-
say that often and now. I had some things done and
Gregor
now I'm a
is
bit-
seeing very good things.
yeah, I like it.
Gregor is liking too. Pat, pat, pat.
What's that you say? Drumming?
I will wiggle in his lap. But is going on upstairs. I'll be back. I just have to go talk to somebody about some important business. I'll be right back, though. And I'd be happy to take this seat again if you don't mind.
Is always open for little Skezza.
Aww.
And Gregor will put you down. So you meander up to the stage. There is a female orc up on stage, clad basically only in flowing silks. She is moving to a very quick beat played by a attractive orange-haired catgirl sitting on the edge of the stage, strumming on a lute and pounding her bell-clad feet to give the orc something to move to. Several other bards and dancers are on the edge of the stage, clapping and cheering. The catgirl will turn to you and give you a great big smile, and as you watch the performance for a moment, she'll scoot a little hat sitting in front of her towards you. Just ever so slightly. Nudge.
Okay. Okay. I will put some silver coins into the hat. 3.
She gets a great big grin on and gives you a playful wink and starts to strum her lute even faster, making the orc really work for it. The silks are flying around in a great big storm of bright colors, almost hiding their owner now.
I'll let them continue, but and see if they will stop soon. I don't want to interrupt them, but if it goes on for too long, I will have to.
Alright, yeah. They go on for one more number before several of the nearby crowd will burst into applause, and the catgirl will hop to her feet and give an exaggerated bow before just picking up her hat and plopping it back onto her head, coins and all. The orc will give a very grave bow to the audience, clutching up her silks around herself before making a very quick stride off the stage. And she'll get about here, just pick the catgirl up and throw her over her shoulder, and march off the stage over here. Plop. Down with the catgirl in her lap.
And then I will go over here and ask if this is Cass, the bard.
Doop-doop-doo. She grins at you and nods. That's my name, don't wear it out. What can I do you for?
I was told I could find you here, and I want to just ask you your opinion on some things. I hear you used to be in the Mage Academy? Did you used to be there? You used to go there?
She chuckles and adjusts her choker, a little silk around her throat a little bit nervously, but says, yeah, I attended there for a couple of years. A little too stiff for my taste. I wouldn't recommend going there.
Heard you were a little bit of a rebel.
Well,
crazy ideas.
Some people call you a rebel. Some people call you an adventurer.
I heard you know a few things about magical artifacts and such things.
Well, I've had an experience or two, sure.
Okay, because no one will believe me. They think I'm crazy or something, or drunk. They just laugh me off.
Don't
but,
they always?
While I was on a mission for the Rangers and helping the city, I came across, me and my friends came across a thing.
Let me guess. You
What?
found the tomb of the Minotaur King, and you picked up his ancient battle axe, and it turned you into a cow, right?
No.
Am I close? No?
No. No. Although something along that, well, not quite that flavor did happen. We did find,
It's always
did.
a tomb.
come across the tomb of the Satyr King and brought him back to life.
Oh, I
Well,
heard
woke him
about
up
that.
early. We woke him up. He's actually quite a nice fellow.
I've heard. Well, if that was you, why don't you have a seat? Let me buy you a drink. Here we have you to thank for all these handsome fellows coming into town sooner rather than later. The orc she's sitting in the lap of gives Cass a rather dangerous glare. She wilts down a little bit and says, not that I'm interested.
Are there satyrs around?
You've actually seen one or two pass through town recently, although, if Pergola goes to war, you're sure there'll be hundreds passing through.
Ah.
Who totally wouldn't appreciate a cute little cat girl at all. No.
No, yeah. That'll cause, they'll cause a stir, that's for sure. Okay, actually, my friend and I both wanted to talk to you, if you don't mind giving us a few minutes of your time to discuss this thing we found and what we want to try and use it for. I think we can make use of it for the betterment of the city, if we can get it working the way we think we can.
Cass will purse her lips for a moment before saying, "Oh, what do you think, Brilla? Do you think we could hear her out?" The big orc will think about it for a moment before nodding solemnly. "Great! Take a seat, come on."
I will wave at Backy and gesture to the cat, at the cat girl at the table. This is who we're looking for.
Okie dokie. Green for Bart.
Not the orc lady. The little cat girl is who we're here to see.
Oh.
Well, I think they are companions.
Well, wait, companion or companions?
Well,
Companions, the orc will say with finality.
You heard her.
Cass wiggles.
Yeah, but... Right, it was a simple question. Don't have to be all rude about it.
I think they're companions. Wink. Anyway, this is who Meredith told me about.
Fair. Deep naysayer.
Yeah, the wild one that was kicked out for. Anyway, so about this thing, this artifact we found. She said
seemingly weather control.
The weather control orb.
In the cave of the Crystal Dragon.
Yes, Crystal Dragon was there. Almost killed us.
Yeah, sort of hurt.
Crystal Dragon,
a lot.
really? And
Yeah.
it was in a cave full of crystals, right? Like growing out of the wall?
Oh, the walls were made out of the things.
But don't forget his guards of living crystal who sort of killed all the intruders. There's a nice meaty pile in the corner there.
Oh yeah,
Especially
that was
also
kind of gross.
Scarface.
Cass will nod as she listens and flip her hat off of her head onto the table and from it draw a great big book that looks like there's no possible way it could have ever fit into that hat. She will slam it down on the table and start flipping pages, still nodding as she listens.
It was a great...
Is she openly like flipping them, or is she like leaning it up?
She is leaning it up just a little bit. You could, lean over and look, but it would be obvious enough.
Well, it was
Oh, it's
a huge ball, glowing and covered in sigils and things.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Did the
It
dragon
was
tell
like-
you its name?
how like they ever do.
Here. She will flip the book around and shove it in your direction. It shows a great big pencil-drawn picture of a crystal dragon standing on top of an orb made of crystal. And it has the caption Sedarinth Gemweaver.
Maybe
Ah,
like
that's
there was
the one.
this. There was this.
That's
this,
the guy.
Yeah, there was the big dome of crystal that it was sitting on.
Uh-huh. She takes a book
That is
back
the
and
guy.
flips another page, starts reading. Right, okay. I think I know what you're talking about now. This device, it seemed almost godlike, right? It could
Yeah,
control the weather, make people do things, change things.
that's what it seemed like when I was using it. It seemed extraordinary and
It
God-
should. The amount
godlike.
of magic that orb has in it is almost unfathomable. As she's
So
speaking,
what you're saying? So what you're saying? It would be awesome if we could make potions out of it.
Cass is about to say something when Brayla just looks over at her and says, "Get to the point, Cass." The cat girl hunches her shoulders a bit and says, Right. No, potions probably not. These gem spheres, there's two of them, right? They're parts
Well,
of the
they're-
same whole.
oh, the one in the ground and the one on the dais were
Right.
the same.
I think so, anyway. These writings aren't terribly clear, but according to this, these old dragons, the crystal dragons, they're like dragon golems, if you can imagine that.
Oh.
They were created, right?
Uh-huh.
But then this huge war happened 1,000 years ago. It was called the Fall of Winter, right?
Yes,
And
there were lots of
all
murals
the big
about.
magics,
We met them.
all the elves, a lot of the fae, the gods even, all just vanish, right? With them,
I wouldn't say
the-
that.
Not winter.
Right. Winter lives on that island in the middle of the sea. It doesn't matter.
No, he's alive.
No, he's like. We fought
We
him.
met him.
Well, that's unfortunate. She reaches out and she just pokes Skezza on the nose.
What?
Are you a ghost?
No. Probably not.
Oh.
Why?
How are you not dead?
No
No one's
you mean-
seen Winter in 1,000 years and lived to tell about it, right?
Well, there was this thing where we kind of pissed him off, and then we kind of unpissed him off.
You
It-
unpissed him off?
It helps
Yeah.
to survive by returning his dead wife to him. Well, not dead wife,
You mean
imprisoned
the
wife.
The
wife who
soul of it.
was an archdemon and commanded a host of 10,000 foulspawn?
And
That-
now you realize how badly you screwed
That
up.
wife.
Something like that. I don't know. We returned a loved one to a loved one. I think.
Cass will just quietly close her book and turn in her seat and say, Brayla, did that offer to go live with your clansfolk in the mountains, is that still open? She scowls at Cass. Right. So that's bad, but back to the topic at hand. Right, giant sphere crystal thing. Dragon golems, yes, right. So the dragons, they were all golems, or kind of, sort
Okay.
of. They were made by someone. I don't know who. Maybe other dragons. Anyway, when
I know where there is a dragon, an actual dragon. I saw it.
We wait with that one. Wait with that one.
What?
How are you not dead? Seriously.
We saw it through a thing.
Oh, was it one of those
Yeah.
mirrors?
Yeah. A
Just
fancy,
a second.
rhymey mirror.
Just
Yeah.
What?
Those things are great.
Did you know you could walk through them? Apparently, I think. Like
the big
portal.
one.
Oh yeah. They can do all sorts of stuff.
Oh,
They
what?
can even
Like what?
change you.
Really?
Yeah,
How
they-
so?
They can show you who you really are inside and change it so that you're that person. It's great.
Really?
Mhm.
That explains why you look like a cow. A cat's guess on the head.
What?
Who's a good moo? Yeah, moo moo. Moo, moo moo.
Moo. A rump.
Cass will push her glass over to you and ask if she can have a glass of milk.
I don't know if it would work that way. I mean, I haven't
No,
tried.
give it a couple. Give it a month or so. The ship will start getting to that point.
What? Not a very good cow. And Brayley just
Mm.
elbows Cass in the ribs. I mean, who's a pretty cow? Ow! I mean, never mind.
For Kinathis.
I'll have to see about this mirror thing again. See what else I can do
Anyway,
later. The balls, the dragon thing.
when all the crystal dragons disappeared, they left one of their kind called the... I don't know what to make of this rune. The Watcher, the Sentinel, something like that. Someone who kept
Can I see it?
guard. No, my book. Get your own.
Okay. Well, it's hard to get a book and you don't know what it's about, so you're not decided to let me read the cover or anything like that, so it's hard to say. See,
Anyway, they left one of their own to watch over them while they slept. Sidarinth here. And to make them, I guess, easier to watch, he chipped all the dragons down to just their hearts. All the crystal dragons, I mean. And turned them into these spheres. Or, well, a sphere that's now in two pieces. If you found even just one of the spheres, that's thousands of dragon souls. All of their magic in one place.
Fusroda!
That's power like unto a god.
Does the picture look like the one that was embedded in the ground, or the one that was floating on the thing?
The picture Cass showed you looked like the one that was in the water. The one Sidarinth
Oh,
landed
okay.
on and fought you
Oh,
guys from
okay.
the top.
Is that? I'll
Okay.
point at the picture. That's the thing that's made of dragons.
Uh-huh. Well, half of it anyway. I think there was another part. That's probably the device you were talking about.
That thing was round and whole, though. It wasn't like split in half. It was a sphere, not a half sphere.
Well, maybe there's more than one. I don't know how many dragons there were. There could be 3 or 4 of them even, if there were lots of crystal dragons, or maybe just 2 really big ones.
Hmm. I wonder what this dragon wanted to talk to the Druid Council about. She wanted to meet with them about something.
you could have just said, well, we're gonna let you live even if you use the magical device that was sucking the life force out of all my kin, ripping their hearts apart, you know. It could have been that too.
Well, so what is this thing? What does your book say about this thing? What does it say anything else about it? Like, what can it do, or what it does to the magic inside it and the dragons' hearts?
That's about all I got. If you want to know
Uh-huh.
more, you might want to ask that dragon if you met him.
He wasn't very Well, I mean, he was
Well, I mean, they're never
Kind of
nice.
all-
You gotta appease them,
kind
give
of
them
almost
tribute.
killed us. Man, we tried. You know how? Okay, I'm gonna just okay. The room that we found him in, it was like there was like an underground lake, and the whole bottom of the lake was gold coins. There was
Oh.
like fortune untold, and we offered him all the money we could. Like we had in our possession at the time a gold bar worth like 2K gold, 2,000 coins, and we offered it him as a peace prize, as like come on, we'll give you this like fortune if you let us live and go, and he just laughed.
Well, yeah, dragons, you can't just add a little bit to their trove. You gotta give them, like, a magic item or an artifact or something. Or just call them really pretty. Dragons love flattery.
Magic artifacts are kind of hard to come by.
Eh.
I don't
If you
know.
just look around in town and try and buy them, yeah. They're all over the place if you know where to look.
Question. Does that book know a lot about artifacts?
Knows a lot about a lot of stuff. What's it to you? Ow! I mean, yeah.
Because I have this other thing I would like to know a little bit more about.
Sure. What is this thing?
I'm just gonna lay my arm on the table, and the shiny gold one, and
Ooh, that's really pretty.
can you look up something like this?
Yeah.
I mean,
sure.
I like it.
Gassy, glowy yellow thing glove.
Yeah,
Starts
that's
flipping
about
through pages.
as well as you could describe her. She's really nice, but I don't know much of anything about her, and I don't think she knows much of anything about herself.
Her.
So if we could,
Yes. Is it alive? Can you hear me
yes.
now? Hi. You feel a warm, tingly sensation on your hand.
yes, she can hear you. She can't talk.
Oh, you mean she can't, like, possess you and talk through you?
I don't know. She's never tried.
Well,
She's-
that means it's probably not evil. So there's that.
There was another one like it. That one, that one was directly related to the thing with Winter and the wife thing situation.
Whoa,
It kind of.
wait. So this thing has a demon's soul trapped inside. That's what
The
you
other
mean.
one did.
Right. Okay, that narrows it down a little bit. Let's see. Demons
There was-
and gods.
It was in. It was. I'll reach into my armor and pull out the amulet that it was in. It came out of this.
Cass will snatch it and look at it.
When I grabbed this necklace, the mist came out of it and attached itself to me.
Right. See, look at this. If you hold it upside down, it's kind of like one of the older symbols Kalir used to use. Her priests haven't used it for 5-6 centuries at least. Let's see.
I did call her Callie because I felt like it fit, but that was probably just a coincidence.
You felt like it fit, huh?
I guess so.
In her butt.
Probably just a coincidence.
Just mold her butt up to your dick.
Cass will flip through the last couple of pages before planting her finger on the page and say, "Aha! All right, here it is."
She kind of has she's kind of like a foxy lady when I
Wait,
see her in my dreams.
like a kitsune.
Yeah,
She's
or
foxtail
lots of tails.
ears, little tiny
Yeah.
whisker marks.
Oh, she's so cute.
Huh. Well, I'm pretty sure this amulet It used to be a holy symbol of Kalira, right?
Okay.
And if it was housing this golden mist in it,
Yeah.
I think... Well, that's weird. I've never seen an aspect not take a physical form. They're always like traveling companions. People who
Yeah,
walk
like
with you.
one of our friends can do that with the.
Whoa,
what-
really? You have an aspect?
Well, a friend of ours does. We found this ritual scroll, and she learned how to do it with.
While you're talking, Cass will just squeal and wiggle in her seat. I want to
She's
see.
like
No one's seen an aspect for centuries.
she's like this like dragon centaur creature.
Kanara, right?
That's it, Kanara. That's
Oh,
her
wow.
name.
Brayla, that's the fertility goddess. She
Oh
could.
boy.
And Brayla just punches Cass in the shoulder. No.
What?
Don't worry about it. Anyway, although if we could talk to this Kanara, I could write books about what she knows.
I could introduce you,
Thomas,
I guess, to.
I have a quick question there.
Uh-huh.
Was that an attempt to like fix something or just cross-pollinate?
What do you mean?
Your question.
What question? I just want to meet Kanara.
No, before you got punched.
Oh, don't worry about it. It's nothing, really. Anyway. And she sort of wilts under a withering gaze from her orcish companion. So... I think this glove of yours, it's got part of an aspect in it. Not the whole thing.
Part?
But, right, just the spirit part. It needs a body to inhabit, too. Maybe there's, like, a corpsicle kitsune out there that's waiting for a soul.
Corpsicle, huh?
Yeah, just like you found the Satyr King. Just sitting in some ancient tomb somewhere, all alone and abandoned, body perfectly preserved, waiting for true love's kiss, or a soul, either way. Maybe both.
I see. That might be difficult to find without any leads.
I can start looking as much as possible, but I don't have like scouts points at the scout handbook for weird and magical awesome things.
Ow, 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 ow.
Stop
Did
hitting
you sit
yourself,
on your
stop
foot
hurting
again?
yourself.
I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay.
Get a
Burn
cramp or
yourself
something.
cooking or something?
No, I'm pacing around and I smacked my foot into something.
Why are you pacing around?
Because pacing makes me think better.
Makes me think good better.
Yeah. It
You would
It
be
keeps
like movement.
pacing keeps my train of thought moving in one direction.
I know that feel. So anyway, where were we before?
We were
Pacing interrupted our train of thought.
talking about this corpsicle
Right, yes.
kitsune.
After a moment's consideration, Cass will flip a few pages and say, you might want to ask your friend Astreus. I bet he would know where all the old ancient Kalirite temples are hidden.
Well, I did send him a messenger bird this morning, or was it yesterday, actually?
Like, send him a postscript.
A what?
That's just a postscript. That's where you send another carrier pigeon with a littler note.
Oh, I couldn't. Yeah, maybe. I asked him about if he knew anything about Mithras. anyone who would have had been able to do that. If we could, I didn't know before, so I guess I can
Oh,
send
wait.
out another one.
Savin.
Yeah.
Was there a god of intelligence, mechanical, and all that?
Yes, Kandarn.
Kandarn.
I asked if she has anything about Kandar.
Well, Kandarn used to be worshipped almost exclusively by the dwarves. He was the god who led them into the deepest depths of the mountains, who helped them prop up their ancient and massive underground fortresses. Although ever since the dwarves fell to the goblins, I don't think really anyone's worshipped him. They felt like he abandoned them, betrayed them. If you want to find anything of his, I would try and find old dwarven fortresses or mines around. I think there used to be one under
Yeah.
Greymoor, but never been there myself.
We went through those caves once or twice, but we didn't see much of anything. Then again, we didn't really look.
Circus caves.
Yeah, there could be far deeper ones down there.
You know, there's
Because,
I've heard of a small company of dwarves that are living up near Greymoor now. Maybe you could
Yeah.
ask them.
Oh,
Garn.
salt smoker? Yeah.
Yeah, salt smoker. That's the guy.
That's what he's called. She scribbled
Hmm.
something down in the margins of her book. Okay.
We met him in
Yeah.
his caravan up there.
He's also
I think they had this thing that spat fire. Is that
oh
what you
yeah,
were tinkering
the
with?
flamethrower.
Yeah. That.
Yeah, that's how we started to roast the food. Remember?
Hmm.
Okay.
It wasn't good eating.
The dwarves had all sorts of awesome inventions before they went away. They could have been a force to reckon with mages once upon a time, but I'm afraid most of what they knew was lost, along with their fortresses. Shame, really.
But that's why exploration and cool stuff and dwarves are awesome.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with expeditions.
Actually, do you have any information on the crystal horn?
Sure. That place is pretty creepy. No one's really even sure how it got there. Legend
We were
says it
thinking of-
just
Oh, we know.
appeared one day. Like it shot up out of the earth.
Well, it had to do with the surgeon dwarf, so there's your answer right there.
Do you know his name by any chance? I knew
found
there-
his
there
tomb.
was
Uh,
a dwarf alchemist who used to live there, but I could never find out his name.
We found his tomb where he was buried. Same place as Astraeus.
Really?
Yeah.
That's where we found the ritual to find Kanara.
Yeah, I'd heard that they were working together, some way to bind the demon that Lord Winter had summoned.
Yeah, something like that.
There was something about them finding a way to tame demons and gods and put them into artifacts. It was really amazing work. I'd love to get a peek at anything you found from his tomb.
well, you can look at Kinara's butt.
Well, as much as I like staring at asses, as much as the next girl, I think whatever you found in the tomb is a little more pressing.
Well, we found Kinara in the tomb.
Right, but
There wasn't
I mean,
really
like,
a whole lot
research
there.
notes or old tomes, anything like that.
There wasn't that
Actually,
much in.
I kept kept all that shit. Didn't I?
We did take what we found in there. Backy should know more about it than I do.
Oh, I should probably go through the stuff as well.
There's probably a good deal of alchemical knowledge in those books that you found.
Yes, I did go through. Yeah, I did go through some of his stuff there.
Yeah.
The whole binding rituals, and all that thing about that wasn't much of an interest. It's all the alchemical stuff, as well as the whole genetic, an inherited curse
Oh,
to the cowgirls.
cowgirl curse. What
Yeah,
do you
did
mean?
you know that the cowgirl, the whole race is cursed?
Cursed? Oh, look, I mean,
Yeah.
being kind of slow and really busty isn't really a curse.
No,
Is it, Brayla?
that's
No,
The orc
no.
scowls.
They're cursed. Like their minds are trapped. Like all of them.
Like, where?
Well, the one we
Maze.
saved from it described a maze. Yeah,
A maze.
just trapped, wandering in a maze while their body just fumbles around and does whatever.
But the males of the species, they're just fine, right?
Yeah, a little amorous, but yeah,
That's putting
they
it
seem
lightly.
fine. Yeah.
well, you know, the whole minotaurs and mazes and stuff like that.
Exactly. I mean, it makes sense, but what kind of magic could do that to half of a race and
I don't know.
perpetuate it over generation after generation? That's the more impressive part.
Mhm.
Blood
We
curse.
saved one. We saved one from the curse by having an awakening spell cast upon her,
That
and that snapped her out of it.
that has some unfortunate implications.
It really does.
But a blood curse, that might be it, but that would imply that there's a single progenitor of the race, some sort of actual Minotaur king. I was joking before when I said, but he's just a myth.
Well,
No, he lives in the mountains.
what?
What?
Did you remember the orb you said, when we were looking at mirror on the wall?
I don't remember anything about a Minotaur king. I
The
remember we
giant
did.
Minotaur guy with all the cows around him.
Maybe. Possibly. It's been a little
In
while.
other words, you don't.
It's been a while.
I always thought the Minotaur king was
Okay.
just a legend, but if he's real, then,
So
they
what's the
s-
Satyr King?
Well, yeah, but he was a historical figure. The Minotaur king was just a part of mythology. They say he was a human cursed to look like a bull, a rutting beast after something to do with some king's wife. Some legends say he raped her, some that he swooped her off her feet and took her to be his wife, adventuring together. Either way, if he's still alive, then maybe that's part of the curse.
Because, if you think about it, if it's in the past, if it's like, he raped somebody's wife, raped somebody's wife, then probably got cursed that since he's a beast, all the women of his offspring shall never see the light of intelligence ever again and be beast as him. Or if it just stole somebody, then she probably got cursed that way, that she would be a beast like him.
It makes sense. Ooh, I'd love to talk to him. Imagine what he would know, thousands of years old.
Yeah, I don't think he would care about you talking.
What do you mean? Everyone loves talking to bards.
Well, unless your form of talking was screams of ecstasy, pleasure, and all that stuff, I don't think he would bother with it.
The orc sitting beside Cass will laugh and say, Cass here is quite adept at mixing business with pleasure, aren't you? The cat girl blushes and sidles up a little closer to the orc.
Oh, well, yeah, then think about that. If you
Blue.
try to talk, you probably stuff something down your mouth and throat.
Well, if only I had a brave company of adventurers to come with me and keep me safe.
You're not suicidal.
Oh,
It's way in Hobgoblin territory, so like, no, we have a little
Is-
bit more pressing matters to
Is-
deal with.
Dragon up there too. Freaky.
Well, there is
Ah.
the red dragon, but we're not
Oh.
gonna go there just yet because
Yeah,
tell me more
that
about
might.
this dragon.
it's like, oh, tell me
Which
more
one?
about this book.
She considers it for a moment before saying, I guess that's fair. Here you go. And she will pass it over to you very slowly.
Just open the first. You open the first. Fuck, what's the word in English?
The cover page.
Open
Yes.
yeah, just to read.
This book
Okay, yeah.
is The Guide to Masterful Dungeons by the great and powerful wizard Irag.
He had a terrible name. Holy hell.
Yeah, right.
Irag, yes. Y-R-A-G.
Why does that fucking sound so bad? Gary.
Does it have a last name?
Hold on.
I'm guessing his first name is Zagig.
Yes. Irag Zagig.
God damn it.
You're the gayest motherfucker on the planet.
It's not like you've already found the monster manual by Arneson or anything. No, it's fine, it's fine.
Yeah. Does it have a footnote? No, not footnote. Index.
It has a table of contents.
Yes. Does it have just? It seems to have a memory. I can just instantly memorize everything there.
All I have to do is
Okay. You memorize
yeah.
the table of contents.
Okay, cool. Does anything have anything to do with intelligence or Dwarven God? I just fucking forgot the name of.
Candor?
Wow. Candor.
Yep, there is a very large detailed section on the pantheons, which you can explore. Burp.
Okay. So, not I'm asking her. Okay, without looking, the point at the table contest with Candor. What's this worth to check at? Let me look at.
Tell me everything you know about this dragon. A real red dragon, alive. Do
Yeah.
you know the last time one of those was seen in person, a whole continent was destroyed? If one of those is around here, I can't even imagine.
Well, he's sort of subdued.
Yeah.
Subdued?
Yeah.
It's chained up and being kept asleep.
What could do that to an ancient dragon?
Probably something that is anti-dragon magic. Or, using the blood to bind it.
Hmm.
But I tell her everything I know, and I'm excluding all the parts of mentioning the hobgoblins actually having the motherfucker.
Okay, okay. Unfortunate.
Because I'm not that stupid.
Alright, she will eat that shit up, and she will scribble notes on a napkin or something, since you have her book.
Mhm.
And once she's had her fill, she will ask, so did you see what's keeping it? I mean, somebody had to have chained it up. Maybe signs of giants or Fomorians, old ancient gods even. Other dragons.
Well, I couldn't read the runes, so I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you who made the stuff because I know certain languages, but this I was completely unfamiliar with. Not because she can't fucking read the scribbles. As
Cass,
according to you, I couldn't fucking see.
Cass will write harder. Slowly nod. I see. And where was he being kept? Well, was it close by?
Well, as much as the same with the Minotaur King, he was in the Hobgoblin territory.
Oh,
So,
Mountains
Re-
to the north.
so a bit out of reach.
oh. I mean, that depends. There are lots of ways to get into the Hobgoblin Empire. They're not everywhere at once. Oh, I would love to see a dragon. Hold on a second. She will rattle her hat around. A couple little doves will fly out. And she will pull out a map and ask you to mark where it was on the map. If you know, or as close as you can get.
Let's see, I do a big circle in the general area because we didn't get exact details either.
Mm-hmm.
So
I would
I
suggest
give a
not.
large area there.
I would suggest that you don't try to see this dragon. That would be probably a very bad idea.
Oh, come on. You
Because
gotta know this is
from
like
the-
catnip to me, right? You're giving me the Minotaur King, an ancient red dragon. I can barely keep in my seat now.
Well, I don't know why you would think this is an aphrodisiac, but I just squirt my eyebrow at her and was like, but okay. If you get turned on by this, it's good for you.
She just beams at you. And Braille will just face
I
palm.
just look at Orc. I just look at Orc and say, yeah, yes. Sage nod.
The orc will slowly put one of her big muscular arms around Cass's shoulders and say, "What am I going to do with you?" And Cass will wiggle
Probably-
closer and say, "I can think of a few things."
Avoid going to see a
Well, to make sure she
Oh,
can't
God.
stab.
These two characters.
Oh, the inner code.
Anything positive. Could have been worse. But yeah, so that's information. So can I read the Kendar section?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. Start looking through that. Memorizing everything. I'll
Alright.
expect a full detail from you later, Savin.
Yep. She did give you the gist of it earlier, that Kandarn is the god of invention, entrepreneurship, and engineering. It was almost exclusively worshipped by the dwarves, who, according to some myths, he created. However, worship of Kandarn basically ended overnight when the first of the great dwarven fortresses fell to the hobgoblins. Now he is almost a reviled god among many of the surviving dwarves. Some curse him, some call him a demon in disguise for leading the dwarves astray and letting them crumble so easily beneath the Empire's boot heels. Some still hold out hope that someday Kandarn will raise them up again, but most have long since realized that no, it's all on the dwarves themselves now.
Well, if you're if you're a god of invention, it's like, oh, I invented a whole species. Cool. And they're sentient. Cool. Maybe they can invent some shit. Like, you're not the god of protection. You're not the god of fucking justice or shit like that. You invent shit. That's what you do.
Ah, yes, that
If you
doesn't
don't,
stop many of
if
the
you don't
dwarves
have the
from
mind,
feeling betrayed.
betrayed, yeah. But if you don't have the mind yourself to know what to use your tools with, that's really not the inventor stuff.
Well, that
For
is what
example,
many
you don't,
dwarves
if you
say.
give a, yeah,
Those who still hold on to
oh,
the faith.
some,
That Kandarn owed them
yeah,
nothing. That they were supposed to take care of themselves, to use his inventions to properly defend themselves and what he gave them. Others, not so much. So, once you're finished and give Cass her book back, what do?
well, since I got all that information out of it, since it was a very detailed and large section, all the information, potential, rumors, all that stuff is available, correct?
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
Excellent. Well, I know I have one thing to do after this cocaine drive.
Really into the cocaine.
Does the book say
yeah.
anything about clear?
Sure. There's a chapter on every god, even a lot of the ones most people don't know about anymore.
Oh, is there one on, shit, what's her name? The one that's infesting,
Too bad you're not there.
oh, I'm not there.
No, no one
Alright.
else wanted to come with Backy and Skezza, so.
Alright, I'll sit this one out.
Oh, I mean, clearly they
Yes,
could come
before.
get you.
Too late, I'm sitting it out.
Alright. So you're asking about Landon, Backy?
No, I haven't thought about that because I was interested in Ender. Because we have 1, 2, 3. Let's see, we got I'm talking to Skezza. We got the glove, the wife, and Saxa. So,
Oh yeah, right,
but
right.
but that doesn't count. So
Maybe we should look that up.
well, we know already who she is, so it's
Well,
not really much else to do.
That's true.
So
I guess there's no point in doing that then.
oh yeah, but it's like we know who she is. We know her background. We know what she is now because we got
Oh yeah,
notes to compare thanks to Kitsune or something. So yeah, we need to look.
okay. I would like to look at the section that talks about clear.
Cass will think that over a moment before turning the book over to you.
Thank you.
So, you now have basically unlimited information on Clear. What do you want to know?
I honestly don't know. I just wanted to read. I just wanted to look at it and read.
Alright. You start reading. Talks about, let's see, what do you not know about Clear? Alright, probably the first thing that strikes you as interesting is that Kalira was not always a goddess. Indeed, she began her existence as an archdemon, much like the creature Lord Winter was associated with. A creature of lust and pain and deception.
Ooh.
The mistress of the night, they called her. She was the greatest succubus in Hell's legions. Until,
really?
at one point, she met the god of beauty and wisdom, Talion. She battled against the high god and mortally wounded him. In a last moment of sadness, seeing that she had killed the most beautiful creature that had ever strode the heavens, she was overcome with grief and remorse at what she had done, and, beyond all miracles, Talion forgave her, and in this moment, her tears allowed her to transform from demon to goddess, taking on the aspect that you now know her as, the goddess of trickery and beauty and arts. She replaced Talion on the pantheon, but a god is not that easy to kill, and though horribly wounded, Talion languished between life and death for an aeon, until in a deep sadness, Mithras, the goddess of protection, and Woavar, the god of healing, worked together with Clear to strip Talion of his godhood, and in so doing, made him mortal so that they could heal him. However, they could not give him godhood back so easily, and he wandered the earth for centuries as nothing but a mere elven wizard. One of whose books, I believe, Celadrie has.
The writings of Mad Talion.
Yep. That's it. Some believe that while he walked the earth, Talion went mad in his missing the heavens, and some even say he turned to evil, becoming the very thing which he had redeemed Kalira from. And so it came to pass that Kalira's legions and Talions would battle for all eternity, even though their roles were now reversed.
Wow.
And to
That's
this day,
crazy.
cultists of Talion and priests of Kalira attack each other on sight.
Shit.
Yeah.
Man, these religions are fucked.
Yeah.
I'm going to just wow. Gonna give the golden arm a look after reading that. Like shit. Wow. That was oof. Are you getting all this in there?
You feel a cold, almost frightened sensation creeping up your spine.
Oh. I will hug the arm. It's okay. It's all right. It's okay.
That's got to be the weirdest thing to see.
That's all right.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, the bards are just staring at you like, alright. The coldness passes after a few moments, returning to its normal ambient warmth. Apparently warm has a P in it now. Good dev save.
So, succubus, huh? How interesting. Anyway,
Some
but
say, as a little footnote on the end of Kalira's chapter, that she was replaced by a creature known as the Mother of Monsters, who later became... Yes and no. This is a different aspect of that same concept. While Kinara is the deity of, I guess, beneficial monsters of, consensual crossbreeding and creating new life, this creature was something the hobgoblins could respect. One of forced breeding, creating the perfect monster. The horrors that you face now. This creature, it's said, was contacted by Lord Winter, and may have even been his consort for a time.
Sounds legit.
I see. Okay. I guess I'll slide the book back over. Well, this is some heavy stuff.
Talking about the old gods is never fun.
I don't know, I'm having fun.
Cass will giggle to herself and take the book back, saying, for one reason or another, almost all of them just disappear over time, one by one replaced by other newer gods. Lanin gave way to Argaresh, and some say he might give way to some sort of, even an orc or a centaur god someday. Whatever power replaces the goblins next.
Yeah.
At that, Rayla will nod and say, an orc deity for sure. The Hobgoblin Empire. It won't last.
I hope not. I really do hope it does end soon. The world would be a better place without it.
I'm sure Cass could tell you more, but no empire grows to its size and long lives. They overtax themselves and, in so doing, fall. Cass will nod emphatically.
It's a pleasant thought, thinking about a world without the Hobgoblin Empire in it. Oh well. Maybe one day.
Hobgoblin's so gross.
Oh,
Get rid of them all.
poor Skezza.
Skizza's not a hobgoblin, she's a cowgirl.
Cowblin. I'm still. There's still some Hobgoblin there. I'm just.
Traded one form of misogyny for another.
Oh, it's true though.
Well, lesser of two evils.
So, Cass says, closing the book and planting her hands atop it. Is there anything else I can help you guys with? This has been a very enlightening talk.
Yes, it really has. I don't know. We've gotten a lot of information that we needed to know about. So we'll make the best use of it as we can. Thank you for all your help there, Cass.
You're welcome. It's always nice to help some fellow adventurers. I just hope you can put that dragon sphere to good use. Something like that can't fall into the hands of the goblins or anyone else. It's too dangerous.
Which is why we want to make use of it. Maybe we can use it against the goblins. The hobgoblins.
After a moment, Brayla will add, "Be mindful, though. Power corrupts, especially magic. Such devices as that may seize your soul in exchange for what it grants you."
Ugh.
Cass will sigh and tell Brayla she's such a downer.
And here I wanted to rain tornadoes and lightning down upon an army of hobgoblins.
Perhaps you can, but all power comes with a price. Just keep that in mind, if nothing else.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I guess, yeah, did you have anything, Backy? Or do you think we are gotten all the information we need?
Hedrah?
I guess that's it then.
Alright then. Cass will shake your hands as you stand up and say that she and Brayla hang out here most nights, earning their way. If you have more questions, they'll be more than happy to answer them.
I will shake Cass's hand and I'll lean in and grip her hand very tightly and whisper, "I'm serious. Don't go trying to find that dragon."
She will answer with a wink and squeeze your hand in return.
Okay, good. I like Cass, though. I don't want something bad to happen to them, to her, him.
Is it a him?
I know your character. Maybe. I have a definite
Looks like
feeling.
girl.
Yeah.
It's totally a she-male. We've all read the story.
I didn't.
I read
That's-
the story.
That's Brayla. Brayla's a female, I think.
No comment.
I think Cass is a guy, and that's why he's so interested in Kalira. Not Kalira, Kanara. Speaking of which, do you still want to see the Kanara's aspect? I could probably arrange for you to talk to them.
Oh yeah, that would be amazing. Just thinking about what she might know, it could revolutionize religion. To actually talk to part of a god.
Okay.
It's not that great. All she wants to do is fucking breed.
Well, all right. I'll talk to her since if you come here around here a lot, right? Yeah.
Uh-huh. Almost every day.
I'll see if she'd be willing to spend some time and talk to you for a little while.
That would be great. I'd really appreciate it.
Okay.
Story of a lifetime.
All right. I guess. All right. I guess that's it then. We're done for that. So I'll just say my goodbyes and get up from the table and head back over to Big T and Gregor, I guess.
Alright. Cass will stuff her book back into her hat and flip it up onto her head. And after a few moments, you see Brayla just toss Cass over her arm and take her upstairs. Whee!
Nice. That's good. And I guess I'm just going to take my seat in Gregor's lap. Business concluded.
Was strange business, Gregor says, picking up and situating you comfortably against his bulge. Talking with little green lady and little cat boy.
Yeah, he had some information we needed about something we found in our adventures. Was enlightening. We can definitely make use out of a lot of it.
It's good. Then we celebrate with drinks.
Oh, I need to tell. I have some stories to tell you. We had so many adventures while we were out.
Gregor is eager to hear. Many stories of butt kicking.
Oh yeah.
And thus the night passes with you in Gregor's arms, drink after drink until he carts you on upstairs.
Yes. Yes.
Slides in like a hand into a glove.
How lewd.
Lewd indeed.
Yes. Good. Okay, so I guess we're on to the next day then?
Yep, I reckon so. Day 65 of the campaign.
It's been like 2 months. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I will throw you guys back onto the home base map.
If we don't go to the Crystal Cave again, right now I'm going to try and start working on training Hobgoblin. Oh god.
What?
Need to know about fucking priest, man. And when is the council meeting session thing?
A couple of hours before you went to go talk to Cass.
Oh.
Although you think you have your answer to what happened when you see columns of soldiers marching through the street away from the ducal keep. Most of the town guard seems to be mustering. A great deal of activity.
Then when I see that, I'll rush over to the ranger barracks.
All right.
And see about and ask. I'm so bad with some names. Oh,
It is on screen.
what? Oh, it's in the thing. It's in the thing. It's
It-
in the tab. It's in the tab. That's not it. Commander Bethany Reeve.
Yep.
I'll go see her and mention. I'll knock on the door and ask if I can see her for a minute.
She will wave you in and say, Skezza, it's good to see you. Looks like
saw-
we're marching.
Really? I saw all the soldiers outside. And what did the council decide? Are they going to march on Shatterpike?
Looks like it. Apparently Father Brooks had some sort of spiritual vision over the night. Told him that we had to go on a crusade against the heathens or some such.
That's excellent. I knew how important this decision was, so I went to go see him and try and convince him to vote in favor.
Well, I had no idea you were Mithras. Welcome to the ranks.
Well, he said he was gonna meditate, try and commune with the goddess, and I didn't think that would actually happen.
Well, as they say, miracles do happen.
Well, thank
between
goodness.
him, the druids, the satyrs, the goblins, we have enough troops to march on Shatterpike.
Yeah.
It won't be long now. The Rangers are already going to start scouting, setting up forward bases, trying to judge the goblins' strength.
That's good. I'm going, if you don't mind, me and a friend are going to look into maybe seeing about finding an ace in the hole to use in this against the hobgoblins.
She seems to ponder that for a moment before nodding. If you can find us an advantage, pursue it.
I'll try.
The soldiers stationed at the keep, we think, are hardened veterans. The regular army, not the scouts we've been fighting the last few months. We'll need every leg up we can get.
We'll see. I hope it. I have high hopes for it. We can make.
If you don't mind my asking, what
Yeah?
exactly do you have up your sleeve, Skezza?
Well, I informed you of the thing of the object we found.
You really
In
think
the-
that can do what you said it can?
We looked into it further and found some more information about it, and we think it really, or now certain that it really can do what we think it can do, and we just have to make use of it, provided we're allowed.
All right. Go look into it. If you would like, I can send some rangers with you. If it can do what you say it can, we cannot risk that falling into enemy hands.
Exactly what what the person we talked to about it said. Can't let it be misused. It's just too dangerous. Well, perhaps rangers might be good.
Commander Reeve will take a map out of off the shelf, hand it to you, and ask you to mark its exact location, or as best as you can remember. She'll send a team of her best troops to secure it.
Okay. I will mark down the Crystal Cave, and I'll say when we were there was plenty of there were a bunch of dark fae there. We did, and displacer beasts. We did kill most of them, and drove out the dark fae at the behest of the Grand Tree. But it's been, I don't know how many days since we were there. A week, maybe.
Yeah, it's been a week or so.
And there are things down below where the orb is that are very dangerous. Crystal golems and dragon.
A dragon?
Yes.
Are you sure that changes things?
Yeah, I'm certain that's what it was. We figured out what its name was from the book we read that described the object that we found.
Mm-hmm.
Some kind of guardian. We were going to maybe ask it if we can maybe barter use of the objects with it. if it's actually there to protect it. We don't want to just grab it and use it without permission. I mean, we used it once without knowing.
Well, that's smart.
Mm,
I'd hate to see you eaten by a dragon. Here, she
crystal
will
dragon.
take a piece of parchment, scribble something down on it, and fold it up and seal it with wax. When you leave, give this to the Lion Knight commander. I have a sinking suspicion you'll need it.
What is it?
You'll see.
Uh,
Just trust me.
okay. All right. I'll bring this to them right away. But Fergus isn't in the city right now, is he? He
No,
went to
he's
Greymoor,
not.
I heard. Yeah.
Luckily, the
He went to-
Lion Knights have other officers. I
Right.
believe it's Sir Royce who's in command in Fergus's
Sir
absence.
Royce. All right. I'll bring this to him right away then.
Right. Take care, Skezza. This device you found could
Yes.
be the difference between victory and ruin.
I think so. It could be an invaluable asset. And even if we can't make use of it, we have to at least make sure it can't be misused. Something
thoughts
that
exactly.
powerful.
If it seems that the goblins, or worse, the dark fae, know what it is or where it is, I want you to destroy it by whatever means necessary.
Not sure how one would destroy something like that, but all right, we'll see.
Friend Rebecca
The
seems
dragon-
quite adept at demolitions. I'm sure she'll find a way.
The
People
dragon
work for Barnes.
did meet with the Druid Council of Grand Tree when we were leaving. He told us to tell them that it wanted to see them and talk. We don't know how that ended up, but if we're going that way, we can have to find out what he wanted to talk to them about.
And stop by Grand Tree before you go to the caves. I don't want you walking into a trap or worse.
Yes, I will make sure to.
Good.
Am I dismissed, ma'am?
She actually seems to think about that for a moment before saying, "Very well."
All right. I will nod and take the letter, and I will give her a bow, and then head to the Lion Knights, Knights of the Lion, to give them the letter. And I'll go there and ask to see the commander in charge. I have a letter from the Rangers to deliver.
All right. When you get up into his office and tell him as much, Sir Royce, a broad-shouldered, bearded man, will chuckle as he sips on a glass of wine and say, "She's only downstairs. Least she could do is come all the way up here and deliver it herself. Come here, let's see what you got." He'll take the letter from your hand and...
Oh yeah, they're in the
Look it
same
over.
building, aren't they?
Rangers are just in the basement.
She said it was urgent. Said I needed to bring this right away.
He will look the letter over, and especially the seal on the wax, and cock an eyebrow. "Really? Never thought I'd see the day.
She said I
Alright.
would need it.
Let me guess. You found a dragon somewhere needs slaying."
Maybe?
"Right. I'll pass this along. Good luck with that."
Okay.
He will hand the letter off to one of his subordinates, who will
Cold
at
sweat.
his at his instruction, take it off to the rookery to have it sent off via carrier.
If you don't mind my asking, sir, what does the message entail?
What? Reeve didn't tell you.
No.
Well, she asked us to pull our oldest dragon slayer out of retirement.
What?
To be honest, I didn't even know he was still alive. Bastard's been
Dragon
gone for
Slayer?
decades. Aye, Sam the Strong. Greatest
Sam
knight that
the
ever
S-
lived.
Ah, good old Silent Sam.
Silent Sam. Mother of God. That was giant skull on his fucking wall.
Yep.
I knew there was something funny about that guy.
I agree.
I didn't expect that though.
Royce will chuckle and say that once upon a time, decades ago, a great big blue dragon swept out of nowhere and laid siege to the area. Sam defeated it on the walls of Shatterpike, sent the dragon crashing through the walls, destroying
I-
everything.
Remember something about that, a vision? What was that? A vision from one of the mirrors, I think. Something about...
Pretty sure. I might have had that vision at some point.
Yeah, that sounds familiar, I was going to say. Definitely seems like something Fen saw when he was doing the vigil to get Queen's Guard.
Yeah. That was it, I think.
Yes, that is why Shatterpike is an old fortress in ruins. A blue
Um.
dragon battled there and just about destroyed the place. After that, old Sam just disappeared. My knights had no idea. It was just sitting in Bailton for years and years.
Mm-hmm. He's a nice guy. He's very sweet. Doesn't talk much. At all, really, actually.
Really? The tales tell of him being a boastful braggart, telling great tales in the mead halls, but I suppose not every legend lives up to its name, does it?
Maybe.
Royce will, after that, dismiss you and say that Sam will meet you wherever it is that the letter sent him to be. Probably, from what Commander Reeve told you, probably at Grand Tree.
Yeah. Grand Tree. How long will the letter take to get to Bailton?
Not long. We'll be there at the same time you are, I'm sure.
I see. Okay. We're leaving right away. And I was gonna train my hobgoblins. Sorry, girls.
Forever disappointment.
So, this guy is always so busy running around and doing things, getting involved in all manner of shit.
Too much shenanigans for the poor little hobgoblins. Just can't keep up. What do they have to do to make you love them?
Life-threatening political situations and horrible, like godlike magic artifacts and dragons and oh god.
Well, alright then. I think that's probably a good place to leave off then, if you guys are going to go to Grand Tree and search that old artifact again.
Works for me.
Alrighty then.
Does Sigfrid